Good morning, guys. So today we're going to be testing out the new MegaCushion foundation from Wet n Wild. I got this at Walmart and for $8.99. I've got the color 109A neutral beige. So it's a light medium cool, so hopefully that matches. This is going to be a true first impression. I have not tried out this foundation yet. Normally I like to try them out and test them out, but I haven't tried this one out. It's literally been sitting on my chair over there for about I would say a week now. So I don't know what has stopped me from trying this out, but this last weekend I did not wear any makeup whatsoever, so it was kind of nice not to do that. All right, so it looks like you get 0.52 ounces, so you don't get very much for $8.99. I have found that these cushion foundations don't last that long. I mean, they tend to dry out faster, so I'm okay with that. Also, this does have natural coconut derivatives. I think that's how you say that. So if you are sensitive to coconut, if it breaks you out, you're not going to want to try this. It's a luminous, lightweight, buildable, hydrating formula, and that was all that was on the website when I read it. I do have my regular photo finish primer on, and then my photo finish or my pore minimizer in the T-zone like normal, and then I did spray my face with the Smashbox primer water. So let's go ahead and try this out. When it comes with the mirror, there's a little sticky on there. You guys know I never take those off. Here's the sponge, and then here's where you open it up. Let's see here. Just like that, okay? And then you pull the tab here. There we go. And there's the cushion. It's kind of a flat sponge. It feels really silky in a way, so it's not like a puff or anything like that. So I'm gonna go ahead and press it in here. Get just a little bit. And let's see, just press this in. That's a pretty good match. It smells nice. It doesn't have like a weird smell on it or anything, so that's good. Seems like a really light coverage to start out with. All right, so here's the first side with it on. So here it looks like. It looks like it covers pretty well with just, you know, a few little pats in the container here. It's more like this is a medium coverage. I can still see a little bit of redness coming through, but nothing that I would be concerned about. It did kind of cover up the little dot that I have here, like a little scar. But yeah, that's the first side. So I'm gonna go ahead and do the other side real quick, and then I will show you what it looks like all the way on. I'm just gonna pat a little bit more here to get rid of some of that redness and see how that builds on each other. All right, so this is the way the full makeup looks on the face. I don't think it looks too bad. It's not looking overly cakey. I did only do like a few little swipes in there, so that's something to be aware of. I didn't like over make up my face. This is a little light for my face, so I'm definitely going to have to do some bronzer because it looks like it's really light when I'm looking at it now closer in the mirror. So, and you could probably see it on camera as well. But as far as coverage goes, it seems to be doing pretty well with that. So I'm not complaining about the coverage at all. I just don't think I should have got like a darker color because it looks like it's lightening as I'm sitting here. So I'm gonna go ahead and put the rest of my makeup on, and I'll be back to show you what it looks like and tell you if anything moved around or anything like that while I'm putting it on. I'm definitely gonna set it because it's a luminous, you know, kind of hydrating type of foundation. So I'll set it today with my Peach Perfect setting powder. And then I may use concealer, but I'm not sure. I'll let you know. All right, I'll be back in a little bit. So here's what the finished look looks like. The makeup went on top of the foundation okay. It did slightly move around on me. So what I did is, when I realized that, I went ahead and just powdered all of my face to set everything. So that might be something that you need to do with this foundation because it's kind of, it stays tacky. So you don't want any like skipping. So I don't know you can see, but I do have like a little bit of a patch there, so I had to like really blend that out. So definitely set everything before you go in with any other powder products. Besides that, it's okay. I think it's a little light for my skin, and I don't think it's gonna oxidize, so it may be just a little light for me throughout the day. But I mean, that's okay. I just picked the wrong color. So so far so good. It does have an SPF of 15 in it, so that's gonna be good throughout the day as well. And when I finished the foundation, it was 6:30 in the morning. I forgot to show you the time. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and head to work. I'll be back in a couple of hours to show you what it looks like at midday, and then at the end of the day to show you what it looks like at an all-day wear test. So we'll talk to you guys here in a little bit. All right guys, so it is 1:19 in the afternoon. So I've had this on for 6.5 hours. So it still looks really, really good. I'm not getting too oily at this point, which is really nice. I'm just gonna take a blotting sheet and just kind of blot and see where I am here. I haven't done any touch-ups or anything like that throughout the day, and I have been wearing glasses as well. So just a little bit of oil there. Let me just pull in my mirror here. So at this point, the foundation is sitting on top of my skin instead of within my skin. Let me go ahead and get closer and see if you guys can see that. So like in the pore area here, it's definitely just sitting on top of the skin and here. And then it's definitely in the creases of my forehead there. And also in the creases here on the sides of my nose. And it's kind of started to fade away where the glasses are, which is pretty normal for foundations, especially when I wear glasses. I don't like the way it looks under the eyes. It's definitely really crepey under the eyes. So if you didn't wear concealer and you put your foundation all the way up to the top of your eyes here, or to your eyes here, you're definitely gonna get some weird crepiness. Anyways, that's what it looks like on my eyes. Other than that, it's doing okay. It's kind of faded away a little bit here on the sides, but not too bad. It's definitely the wrong color. It's a shade too light. But other than that, it's doing okay. It's just sitting on top of my skin rather than being inside where it looks more natural. This doesn't look natural on my skin right now. So, okay, we are 6.5 hours in. I'll be back in a couple more hours to show you what it looks like when at the end of the day. And that is all right, guys. All right. It is now 5:10 in the evening. And we've had this foundation on since 6:30 this morning. What I can say about it is that it's held itself intact for the whole 10 and a half hours that I've had it on. I think it's 10 and a half hours. It doesn't seem to be like fading away in spots other than like under my glasses here where I have, you know, the nose pads. But other than that, I mean, it doesn't seem to be fading away. Even with the oils that are collecting now in the middle of my face, like the T-zone, it seems to be holding up. The one thing that I don't like about it is that it looks like foundation. I have other foundations that don't look like that. By the end of the day, it just kind of looks like skin, and this kind of looks like it sits on top of my skin, which I don't really like. And I think that has to do with the pad that you put it on with, which is this here. I think if you went in with a brush and then like buffed it into your skin, I think it may do a little bit better because it stood on for a good 10 and a half hours. So I think I'm gonna go ahead and try it using that, and then I'll go ahead and put it down in the description if I had a better look at it out of it, buffing it into my face rather than patting it into my face. I also think that it may do really well with the Beauty Blender as well if you want a thin layer. So I'm gonna try it like that too. So within a couple of weeks, I'll put down in the description, you know, what it did, putting it on different ways instead of just using the pad that came in here. But other than that, I think it's a good foundation because it has stayed on my face all day. And just now at the 10 and a half hour mark, it's starting to, you know, produce oils in certain areas, but it still hasn't broken up at all. Again, this color is not the correct color for me, and I got mine in neutral beige, so I think I need to get the shade up from this. So this one is 109A. So I think I need to take this one back and get just a darker color to see if that matches just a little bit better, because it's just slightly off. It's not off by like a ton, but it is off just slightly to where I can notice it. My husband didn't notice it, and I asked him today, do you think it's too light? And he said, no, it matches just fine. So for my comfortability, I think I want just a slight bit darker color. But other than that, I think it's a good foundation. I just think that it goes on rather thick with the pad that's in there, and I'm gonna try other ways to get it a thin layer and see how that works, and just build up the areas where I need like extra coverage, like, you know, those little dark marks that I have and stuff like that. So would I recommend it? I say yes. I think for right now, if you're looking for a almost full coverage that lasts all day and you have oily skin, it might work for you. I don't know how well this would work with somebody that has dry patches on the face. I feel like it may cling to those dry patches, because it did cling to like my nose here and in my my creases. I do feel like that's because of an over excessive use with the pad that came in here. I think that once I use a brush and really buff it into the skin, or if I use the beauty blender and really, you know, bounce it into the skin, that it might do better. So that is my review. Let me know if you have any questions on it, and I shall talk to you guys sometime within the week.